dreams on display. The EVP show keeps the drama in play. It's good. Let's go where the heroes rise and the legends grow. CJP brings the shots. You know the EVP show is out of control.
What is going on, everyone? This is the EVP on the EVP show, and I am live. I do have a special guest tonight. We're running a two-man booth tonight, and my special guest, I'm gonna introduce him. My special guest tonight is not only the man, he is the OTE himself. The enforcer, Edward, AK, what's going on? Shout out to the people. Let us know what's going on with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Edward, AK, and I am the OTE, original two heads enforcer, and I am also the longest reigning IWC promo battle heavyweight champion at 272 days. I see CJ shaking his head over there. I am the longest reigning, and I'm back on the EVP show. I'm ready to discuss Monday Night Raw tonight. Let's go. Just like how your intro always says, let's go.
Got to, bro. Got to do it. Yeah, glad to have you. We are live on X. Obviously you can see at the bottom of the screen. X at EVP CJP, Instagram, and then we're live on at the EVP show as well. CJP, Instagram.
My fault. I was trying to the comments.
You're good. Yeah, just keep that keep that volume down. I want it to get copyrighted. So yeah, let's just dive into it. Obviously coming off of SummerSlam, expected a huge. I think we had a pretty good show tonight. We kicked off the show obviously with Paul Heyman coming out, Seth Rollins, also had Braun Breaker, which seemed to be moving around pretty good. Don't really think he's hurt, and Bronson Reed as well. Obviously Seth is, Paul Heyman called himself the GOAT, and then Seth is kind of flaunting around, saying he's the champion, and that was Plan B. So forth and so on. And then what do you know? The LA Knight shows up, which I think we all kind of figured, it was going to be Knight or Punk or Roman, one of the three to show to interfere, to cause chaos in the promo. LA Knight showed up, basically said, I want that title. I want a match tonight. And then Seth was like, you think I'm scared? You think you don't have the balls? So forth and so on. And then he was like, nope. And so he started to walk out the ring, and Adam Pearce was like, hold up, swole up. You got some explaining to do about this injury, this fake injury, going into about that or whatever. And then he made the match official for the main event tonight for Seth Rollins defending against LA Knight for the World Heavyweight Championship. What was your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on that pretty much, I kind of saw LA Knight. I kind of did see LA Knight was gonna interrupt Seth, but Seth was honestly pissing me off with that promo, man. And then later on in the night, I didn't expect Roman to come out. I thought it was gonna be gone until at least Survivor Series build up. I thought that either Ethan Page or Ricky Starks we're gonna come out and help Seth's vision, but unfortunately, that's not what happened. And for the second straight week, the OTC got laid out. CM Punk got laid out, and so did LA Knight. So right now, it's looking like Seth Rollins has what he wants, and that's full control and total power over Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, you know, because we all was questioning for weeks and weeks whether this was a work. You know, it was well performed by WWE, keeping it under wraps. And before we even get any further, let's go ahead and state Raw was live tonight in Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn, New York.
Hey, for those who don't know, my very first WWE event that I went to was Monday Night Raw, December 28th, 2015, Barclays Center, Brooklyn, New York. Um, I saw Vince McMahon got arrested because of Roman. And then later on in the night, John Cena had lost his title to Alberto Del Rio at Hell in a Cell earlier in 2015. So he returned, and then he came back, and the League of Nations got involved in the match. So Barclays Center, Monday Night Raw over there will always have a special place in my heart.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So yeah, obviously I'll be posting comments once some people come in here. If we get anybody, we do have eight. I see 18 viewers. I'm not sure that maybe that's on Twitter or X, whatever you guys. I'm old, so I call it Twitter still. But we're streamed like all over the place. We're streaming on four platforms tonight. We are actually streaming on the front row as well. So hello to everybody watching on the front row, X, YouTube, and Facebook as well. So we're live. We're doing it, brother. So obviously the match is set for the main event. Seth and LA Knight. Kind of thought that was kind of going to be the match in Paris, but you know they pushed the envelope. And Pierce is making him put the title on the line tonight. After that, basically we have a backstage segment with Dom, Finn, and JD with the LWO. Um, you know, it's kind of been a back and forth thing with the Judgment Day and the LWO. Obviously, a lot of Liv Morgan mentions here in the last few days, which has me thinking like I know Finn said later on the show, like, oh, she's on her way back, but it's going to be 6 to 8 months. Like, I'm not buying.
Yeah, it will not be 6 to 8 months at all. She's gonna be back within like the next month.
Yeah, they're talking about her way too much for her to not be coming back soon. So AJ Styles interrupts the little segment between Judgment Day and the LWO. Confronts Dom, basically, you know, wants a rematch with Dom. What's your thoughts on that? Do you think we're gonna see? I mean, obviously, we have more leading up to that later on in the show, but do you think we're gonna get a rematch with AJ and Dom, or what's your thoughts?
Yeah, so what I think is AJ Styles will get the rematch in Clash in Paris, and he will win in Paris.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. I think AJ's on the back end of his career. I think we need to like savor, just like with Cena. We kind of need to savor, every moment we can with him. I do think that probably will put another title on him before he retires. But I don't know. I have a hard time believing that they're going to take the title off Dom because he's just so over right now. No, I can't. I can't. But yeah, I don't know. That's difficult to say. So we move on to the next segment, which is we know Triple H loves trilogies. Um, we have there's a shirt on there that's Triple H loves trilogies. Um, so we're gonna have Rusev going up against Sheamus. Um,
I'm tired of the Rusev and Sheamus thing. Like that thing has been going on for way too long. I mean, I
ye-
get they're probably going to be trying to make another 7 game series like they did with Carmelo Hayes and Andrade, but come on, this is run its course. I don't know why they're still doing it.
yeah, I mean, it was what we expected, what we've seen in the last couple of matches. Very hard hitting, a lot of chopping. Just two big bruisers going at it. Like I said, this was our third match. Um, it ended up in a double count out, and then it just erupted. I mean, we seen them like fighting on the outside of the ring. Security came out there. Um, yeah, and I mean, it wasn't going to be the last time that we saw Rusev and Sheamus tonight, for sure. So just real quick, your thoughts. Obviously, we're gonna get a fourth match for sure. Do you think? For me, just from everything that happened on Raw tonight, do you feel like um we're gonna be headed for maybe some sort of like um street fight or Falls Count Anywhere or something like that? Maybe in Paris, with them two.
Yeah, I can see I can see a street fight happening. Where they involve different weapons, but I don't want to see another normal match because that thing has been getting it's ran its course, bro. Like I'm tired of that. I'm tired of the Rusev and Sheamus beef. Like they got to move on.
Yeah, I think the only thing for me is, they are starting to push Alistair a little bit on SmackDown. They brought him over from AEW. Same thing with Miro, Rusev, whatever you want to call him. He also came over from AEW, but he just really hasn't really got his traction yet. Like he fought like Tozawa and Otis, and now he's feuding with Sheamus, which is a little better, but I think WWE probably owes Rusev enough to be able to put him on that PLE. Because they did like sign him and bring him back over to AEW. I'm shocked we haven't seen Lana yet. Me and her share the same name, which is which is pretty crazy. But yeah, I fully expected to see Lana back, like maybe on a Legends contract, or something like that. We've got our first comment tonight.
Legends contract. I mean, I don't know if she's done enough to deserve a Legends contract, but
Well, so we got Mommy Mimi. She's been in every single night. She's a regular here. She reposted the stream. Thank you for that. Glad to see that. Yeah, basically it was her and WrestleFaith last night. Like it was like Kyle come in for a little while. You came in. It was like so I was flooded with comments. It's crazy. Um, but yeah, so after that, after the brawl and everything broke down, on from between Rusev and Sheamus, they brawled to the back, all over the ring. Who knows? They're probably still fighting right now, uh, after the show. But we get a backstage segment, with the oh my gosh, this was hilarious. With the New Day and Grayson Waller, like, bro, like, what did? Hold on, we got comments. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for being here. I'm not sure who. I think that might be Final Boss, baby. I'm not sure though. You're on mute.
yeah. Repeat the question.
Oh, I was just saying that Final Boss baby's in here.
Oh, okay. What's up?
She said hi, Edward. Hi, CJ. Dang, y'all! Everybody's trying to call me CJ. I'm the EVP.
Well, the EVP CJP.
Yeah, not Lana though. Thanks, Final Boss Baby, and glad to see you here. So back to the segment. Oh my gosh, like what, bro? Like what's going on with the New Day? What's going on with Grayson Waller? And what in the green pastures is going on with Xavier Woods' hat tonight? Like, what was that? They were like, what's going on with it? What's going on with the New Day, bro?
I don't know I don't know why he was wearing that big hat. I'm glad I'm glad Penta knocked the hat off of him. Um and they're like, I don't know what booking is doing with the New Day. They started off hot as heels when they kicked Big E out, but ever since it's just been, come on, bro. Like,
So, mommy Mimi said, "I've been telling everyone that I solved the mystery as to who broke into Becky and Seth's California home, the New Day. Those outfits said it all." That is freaking hilarious. I love that. Yeah, I mean, Seth is not only wearing Becky Lynch's clothes, but now it looks like Xavier Woods is up in Becky Lynch's closet as well. Shout out to the king of DWE, Miami the Great. What's going on, brother? Good to see you here. Let's see. Final Boss Baby said New Day is going down to shit. Absolutely, 100%. They are dressing. They are
yeah,
dressing.
tag teams of all time. It's unfortunate how they are right now.
Miami said, "Amen." A lot of hundreds. What's going on, Miami? Me and Edward, Miami's on it. So Edward, so he said hello as well.
Pretty great. Hope you're doing good.
So yeah, we see the crazy hat. One more comment to show poor Grayson Waller. Yeah, I mean,
Grayson Waller, like the New Day already had no aura. Grayson Waller is dragging it down with like negative infinity aura, bro.
like what's going on, bro? Like he
And I
that
think honestly, Grayson Waller's career went downhill as soon as he started tagging with Austin Theory. That's why they should have never done it. Because if you remember before that, he was in Perth and hosted his show in his home country. He was hot, but now look at him now. I think that has everything to do with his pairing with Austin Theory and them not capitalizing on it.
oh yeah, 100%. See the new Roman shirt I got in, peeping. It's a new,
What?
yeah.
Because I saw Roman wearing it today, and I've never seen the shirt before. That's why I'm wondering how did you get it the night it dropped? I guess it didn't drop tonight.
Got that hook. It dropped the first time he came back on Raw few like couple weeks ago. That one and the OTC one shirt that he had on when he first came out. But man, I was on that like hotcakes. And then I got that old track suit as well. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I got some Cody. I got a Cody Rhodes merch shirt coming, bro. So don't hate.
No,
Um,
come on.
Final boss baby. Also, we know where Dragon Lee is. Yeah, 100%. Triple A.
Oh,
Um,
speaking of Lee, did you hear that? I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but did you hear Michael Cole? He said AJ Lee. Um, I
I
think he
heard
might
it.
have butchered it, but he did mention AJ Lee. I don't know if he made a mistake or if they purposely did that.
Yeah. Final boss baby. You are correct. I live on WWE shop. I have a whole like side of the closet that's nothing but Roman bloodline. Um, I'm man. They need to be talking to the EVP about. I need to be getting like an affiliate with them, like get some kind of discounts as much merch. Like I spent thousands and thousands with crazy.
TKO
Uh,
doesn't. They just want you to keep feeding them money. TKO
yeah,
doesn't care.
yeah. I'm gonna try to get that affiliate though. The ATD, I think they have one as well. Miami Gray said about time he had a match. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Final Balls, baby. We know you got that Cody collection. What else? I actually don't have anything Cody yet. I just ordered something after he won the title, and that will be my first piece of Cody Rhodes merchandise.
What was it? Is it his weight belt? A shirt? Like what is it?
It's a new shirt that he had just had come out. One side Roman, one side Cody, one side Rock. I hope in that closet. Oh, I got some Rock stuff. Oh, don't worry about that. I got Final Boss stuff. I got EVP stuff too.
Man, I'm tired. Like, see, even CJ said this earlier on Main Event Mondays. We're tired of The Rock. If he doesn't care about the stories that WWE wants to do with Roman, then we don't care about him.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we're gonna get to that towards the end of the show. What y'all think about the end of Raw? Yeah, It's crazy. I'm definitely gonna get to that Miami. It's. I think you know, I got a lot to cover. I kind of put a teaser out in you guys' group chat earlier about the Becky, Nikki Bella match, for Clash in Paris. I honestly didn't get the info until this morning. That's why I put the little gifts out there. That's definitely happening at Clash in Paris though. Rocky is busy. He's filming a Scorsese movie. That's definitely true. All right, so we're gonna move on. So during that segment, obviously Penta interjected Grayson Waller, um, set up a match between Penta and Grayson Waller. Um, Penta's been on a losing streak. He's taken a lot of L's, so I was glad to see that Penta was going to be able to finally get into a match where he can actually get a win. I think it was time for Penta to get that win. He actually he hits a Mexican destroyer for the win on Grayson Waller. Now New Day. Oh, y'all did. Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't able to tune in.
New Day was on commentary. Um, then after the match, they come out and they try to start attacking him, but it failed. And he got them back. he knocked
Yeah,
off Xavier. He knocked off Xavier Woods' big ass hat.
yeah. Well, he put the hat on. He put the hat on and started doing
Honestly, it looked better on him. Even Michael Cole said it. It looked better on him.
I'm
So
like, bro, like, what's really going on? Penta's got the Becky Lynch, Xavier Wood hat on, doing the Penta dance. Man, that's just pure comedy there.
Sarah
Um,
Miedo.
yeah, I got a lot of notes. So, next segment we have my queen. Hopefully one. Well, it'll never happen, but my queen Charlotte Flair, the goat of the women's division, 14-time. Woo! You miss me, you know you do. Charlotte and Alexa walking in the back. Um, just showing them both have titles on. And what do you know? We see
Sheamus.
Sheamus and Rusev began fighting this entire show. That's definitely leading to some kind of like no holds barred as or street fight. Final Boss Baby. So she like Charlotte. I love Charlotte. I
Char-
don't know what.
Charlotte gained a lot more of my respect after that story between her
Yeah,
and Tiffany
she
Stratton.
seems she seems like she's having a lot of fun right now. I
I
just
picture her as a heel though. Like
I don't know what I got to do to get a follow back from her, man. Like I'm going on like I'm
maybe
going on
she's
like
not, maybe she's not that active on Twitter.
oh she's super active because I get all her notifications. Um,
But, I mean, well, she's also a celebrity, so you gotta understand. Like she get
yeah.
how many notifications she gets a day, and she gets
Well,
probably
it's crazy.
over a million a day.
Yeah, and she might have me on mute because I be tagging the hell out of her all the time. Um, but
I'm
it's
trying.
crazy.
I'm trying to get that Cody follow.
Well, it's crazy because um, I think I have 28 WWE follows. That's including like LFG. I lost one. Serena Linton unfollowed me after all that stuff happened. I'm not going to talk about that, but I got to unfollow. I'm still trying to work and get it back. She follows me on Instagram, but not on X. Yeah, Miami said that he loves Alexa and Charlotte. Yes, I am absolutely in love with that tag team. But yeah, it's crazy because Titan J actually got a Cody Rhodes follow back.
Stony, come on, bro. Why are we talking about Titan J?
Well, I'm not, but I'm just saying, like, how's this guy getting? Like, how's he getting a follow back from Cody? Like, I don't know. I'm kind of I'm so busy right now. I haven't even really had time to post like day 58 or day day 100 day 185. But I'm gonna get back to it eventually. But yeah, Titan J got a follow back from Cody, and I was like, bro, like what?
Have you ever seen this guy on Twitter? His name is Clown. Like he's like one of those Cody haters. He got a follow back by Cody about like 2 or 3 days ago, and he's a
Yeah,
Cody.
yeah, he was doing a follow spree a few days ago, so you got to catch him. Like I don't know, I keep tagging him, and I don't know, maybe
I'm
I'll get
already
lucky.
followed by John Cena. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to be followed by Cody too, and maybe one day in the future the OTC, but that one's never
So
happened. So
so what I was told is if they're represented by was it Paradigm or whatever, more than likely it's almost impossible to get follow backs from them. Like Liv Morgan, it's almost impossible to get a follow back from her. Roman, just those really 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 huge Paradigm stars. It's hard to get it's hard to get follow backs from them. So, but we can always hope and keep trying for sure. We'll move on to the next segment. We see Charlotte Flair come out first to the ring, followed by Alexa Bliss. Um, she said in her promo that it's been a long time since she heard "You Deserve It," which I really like that because I think she does deserve it. She's working really hard. She's not acting like Charlotte Hogan, going after the world title all the time. You know, she's lowered herself to. She even said in the doc, you know, like after she lost at WrestleMania, like she didn't know what direction she was going to go. She didn't know what she was going to do. So I'm glad that this. Unfortunately, I'm not looking forward to one. I don't know if they're going to be a turn. What I think could possibly happen is maybe because Alexa made a comment about how she still wants to go into that character with
the
like
bro,
she was with Lily, the Lily doll. She's like, what if Charlotte becomes the Lily doll? So you know that's always an option.
that
Uh,
is right there.
yeah. So Charlotte and Alexa are playing around in the ring, goofing off. I'm loving it. So out comes the former tag team champions Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. Um, and first thing that pops into my mind is, are we really about to see a encore of what happened after WrestleMania with Becky and Lyra? Like they won the titles and they dropped them the next night. I'm like, oh god, here we go. So so
Yeah,
Raquel and Roxanne, Nikki is my fellow Italian queen. Yeah, Nikki's bad. I love Nikki.
Nikki
Uh,
got she got flame grilled by Becky today. She tried
I
to
don't
do
know. I
she
don't, I don't know. They kind of both. I mean, Nikki cut her a little bit with the Seth thing, and then obviously we'll get to that. But
I mean,
then
it makes sense because Seth Rollins. He also did mention his wife. So
Yeah. So I mean, then obviously, like I was watching, we were doing a watch along, and I was like, yeah, Becky's 1,000,000% got to bring up John Cena. Everybody goes to that with Nikki. So we get the rematch from SummerSlam. Charlotte and Alexa defending against Raquel and Roxanne. I was scared about this. I'm not gonna lie. I thought for sure that we were gonna see a repeat, but I was like, please don't let this happen. Um, but again, Sister Abigail from Alexa Bliss to Roxanne Perez, which I'm not really a big fan of Roxanne eating all these pins. Um, I
I
thought,
don't feel like she needs to be. If it wasn't for Liv Morgan's injury, I don't think she would be in Judgment Day. She needs to go out and be a singles competitor because when she was in NXT, she was at the top of the division, and I
mhm.
feel like she can be either on Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah, I mean, she did get a pinfall over Alexa, like the go home or right before SummerSlam.
Oh, in
Um,
Detroit.
yeah, but then we had Alexa pin Roxanne at SummerSlam to win the titles, and then tonight we see Sister Abigail again on Roxanne. Alexa pins Roxanne again for Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair to retain, which I'm super happy about. Let's see. She said, "Okay, Seth, who went around the locker room, yeah, and he definitely did." Nikki should. I think that's coming. Definitely coming. So, what was your thoughts on that, Matt? You have anything you want to add to the Charlotte match?
I mean, it was pretty good. Remnant. It was like a pretty good remnant match that we had from yesterday. It was solid. I'll get like an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. See, Miami said it's time to break up Judgment Day. Yeah, I mean, back when we started Monday, main event Mondays, the Judgment Day had uh,
Edge.
da- Damian Priest and Rhea. Like, yeah, it's been going on for a hot minute. For
Yeah,
sure.
it was Priest, Rhea, um, Priest,
Dom.
and yeah, Priest, Rhea, Dom. I think even before Dom grew his mullet out.
Yep, yep, yep. So, after that match, we had a backstage segment with Asuka, Io, and Kairi Sane. I have absolutely no idea what they said. Um, I understood a little bit, but not a whole lot. Um, but obviously, that was broken up by Rhea Ripley. And she said she wanted to talk to Io. Um, Io was like spitting facts, like you never beat me. Rhea's never beaten Io. Um,
I'm so glad what I predicted like a month and a half ago is coming true. That she will not beat Io at SummerSlam or beat her at Evolution, and that she'll Rhea will beat her by before the end of the year.
oh
But
yeah, yeah, she's gonna beat her eventually. Like they're gonna, she's too
I'm
big
just,
to.
I'm just happy exactly what I said is coming true.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. Um, so Io did tell her like you're never gonna beat me. Um, so after that segment, we have Dirty Dom, my one of my favorite.
Dirty Dom.
One of the best Intercontinental champions of all time, Dirty Dominic Mysterio. He is going up against Dragon Lee,
The other day,
and
Dad said that he looks a lot like Eddie.
I call him Eddie's son all the time. He's got a lot of resemblance to Eddie. It's crazy. Um, it, it's but before that, obviously, we saw Lyra and Bailey in the back. They were talking about being in the Becky Vortex. I don't know. I kind of feel like we may get a Lyra Hill turn. I said
Yeah,
this on the stream last night. Um, talking to Russell Faith and them, like what was next for Lyra. The draft's coming up soon, so like Julia needs some opponents on SmackDown for that U.S. title. Like I said this, I say this all the time. Like Chelsea, when she was champion, like she was stuck in the Zelina vortex or Mia Yim or Michin or whatever you want to call her.
The problem is they're not calling up more of the NXT talents. I feel like
Well,
SmackDown should be the show. I've said this before. SmackDown should be this show where you build your stardom before you get to Netflix, unless you were already on Netflix.
oh
And I
yeah,
feel the NXT roster needs to get drafted. If the NXT roster is not drafted, we're going to keep getting these vortexes, and none of us like these vortexes where one person goes at it with another person for 3 straight months.
yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like they got to do something to shake up the roster because Julia has already beaten Zelina twice now. I like that she added Kiana James to her group as her like spokesperson or whatever. So I like that. But we got Dirty Dom going up against Dragon Lee. This match was pretty wild. Pretty good match. We saw 3 different El Grande Americanos come out. It was like I haven't had but probably about 8 hours sleep in the last 4 days. So I'm like, am I seeing triple or what? Like, is it really
No,
3 hours?
you're seeing correctly. Man,
Yeah,
that
it's like
that whole sequence made me laugh, bro. Like,
we had Ludwig Kaiser and was it Pete Dunne, one of those? I don't know who the other 2 are.
yeah, somebody said it was Pete Dunne and Nathan Frazier.
Yeah, could be. And Ludwig Kaiser's one as well.
It's not
Um,
Little bro. It's El Grande Americano.
yeah, we'll see. But they do interfere in the match. Cause a distraction from Dragon Lee, Dominic Mysterio, just like he did with AJ at SummerSlam. He takes that loaded boot off, just like Eddie would do. Hits Dragon Lee. Get It's crazy because he hit him with the boot, and then he pins him. 1, 2, 3. But he's got his hand on the rope too, and the referee's like right there looking. I'm like, bro, you didn't see that? You got any thoughts on that match, that segment right there?
I mean, it was all right. Like I said, it like at the end of the match, it just made me laugh. Um, so that match was strictly for just like entertainment, like funny, like comedy entertainment. So I would give it like a good like 6, 7 out of 10. It's pretty
Yeah,
solid.
yeah, yeah. Anytime Dirty Dom's on TV, I love it.
Yeah, I
So
love. At
go ahead.
first, I wasn't really a big fan of Dirty Dom because I didn't really think there was a way of saving him. After attacking with his dad, but look at him now. So
Oh yeah, sky's the limit, man. He's got that rocket ship on him. So next we get to the backstage segment with Sami Zayn talking to Jackie Redmond, talking a little bit about Karrion Cross. I want to bring that up a little bit. Karrion Cross and Scarlett was not in the building tonight. A lot of speculation going on. I don't want to confirm anything unless I get it confirmed, but it's not looking good for those 2. The contract's supposed to be up at the end of the month. They wasn't on Raw tonight unless it's part of a storyline. But as of right now, I don't think they're re-signed, and the days are numbered. Um, Sammy was talking to Jackie Redmond about being world champion. Um, that's just something that he really wants to do. He had never done it. That's why I think I even was talking to Miami. It was on Space. We both were talking about it. Um, I still think Sami Zayn's the odds-on favorite to win the Rumble in Saudi Arabia, and possibly go on to face like maybe Seth at WrestleMania and get that first world championship win because I think he's gonna get it. He's gonna win a world title.
Uh,
Um,
I don't think I don't I do think he's winning the Rumble, but I don't think he's gonna fight Seth. Um, it's got to be Roman versus Seth at WrestleMania.
yeah, I don't know. That closing segment tonight really has me kind of confused on where they're going. I mean, I
For
think
me,
we met. I think we may get Roman and Breaker at WrestleMania. I think that
just
I don't. I
in
don't know.
my
We'll see.
in my opinion, I feel like that's too early. I feel like Roman and Breaker got to be 43,
Possible.
or
Um,
if not 43. The earliest that you do it is like SummerSlam in Minneapolis.
yeah, I mean, we're gonna see Roman face Seth again. Unfortunately for all of us Bloodline fans, I don't see Roman Reigns getting another world title reign.
In my
Um,
opinion, the bloodline storyline is over. That's why they stopped calling them the bloodline and started calling them MFTs. Because
yeah, I don't know if it's completely over. Like, I'm sure Jimmy's gonna be coming over to Raw soon. I think him and Jay are gonna end up reuniting at some point. Um, it's crazy because somebody was talking to somebody earlier about war games. Like, are we gonna see Roman, Cody, Cena, and Punk on a war games team? Like, oh my god, like that's whoo.
yeah, you can go that route. You can go that route, but somebody said this earlier too. I kind of like their idea. We don't know. Nobody said. I think it was main event Nate that said it on the main event Mondays earlier. We still don't know the position of Cody Rhodes because he used the pile driver. Then you said that, well, that's because that John Cena was saying that he does not have the killer instinct.
That's
Now,
right.
I think because now he has that shown that killer instinct. I think I could be wrong, but Cody could be turning heel on Friday.
Mm.
They didn't do it on Sunday, they didn't do it yesterday because it was too predictable and everybody was predicting it. And you know how Triple H is.
I mean, yeah, I mean it's possible. WrestleFaith kind of gave me some insight last night that I didn't know. Apparently, the Street Fighter movie was pushed back. I heard she said it's pushed back to March. I have to get clarity on that, but I hope it's not that far back because
That's
then
WrestleMania.
we're gonna run in that's WrestleMania season. But they could still work around that. Like they only would have to show up to do promos and stuff like that. They just can't get physical.
They
So
can also, even if they don't show up, they can also like go on that LED screen and cut a promo from there. But
yeah, 100%. So while Sammy's talking, Rusev and Sheamus again, um, and then this time, Sammy gets in the middle of it because Sammy loves to be in the middle of everything, and Sammy gets hit, which is going to set up Sami Zayn versus Rusev next week on Raw, which we know where that's going. We're going to see Sheamus get involved because 100% we're getting Rusev and Sheamus in Paris. Some kind of crazy match for sure. Um, so to the next, before that, this was on commercial break. So they was doing an interview with Finn and JD McDonough. Um, I think it was Byron Saxton that did the interview. Yeah, it was. Um, and Finn, that's when Finn made that comment about, it's okay, Roxanne and them lost, but they still got the tag titles. Dom still got the IC title. Liv's working her way back, but it's going to be 6 to 8 months. But it's not. We know that Liv is getting brought up way too much for it to be that long.
I know I said a month earlier, but it won't even be that. It's probably going to be like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It
Yes,
won't. It could even be next Monday. But
it could. It could. I think month tops. Honestly,
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's the furthest I see it.
Yeah.
See how going.
So next we see Becky Lynch. Next segment we see Becky Lynch come out to her new theme song. Um, I don't really know what to think about that. She comes out basically said, she did what she said she was gonna do, but she wants to give opportunities. And you know, I already knew it was coming, but we could hear Nikki Bella's music hit. Nikki comes out.
Uh, 2018 again with that feud. Although
Yeah,
they never fought each other, but like Nikki was in her prime, Becky was nearing her prime. I feel like Becky's prime was in 2019, but she was nearing her prime.
yeah. So they kind of went at it promo wise. Nikki said, she gave her a compliment, but then she said, like, you're not what I look at, you're not what you used to be. And then, she called she called Becky's husband a liar. And then Becky's like, don't talk about my hot husband. Don't talk about my hot husband. Um, so kind of back and forth with that. And Nikki said, well, why don't you fight me? And, obviously Becky came back with the John Cena incentive thing.
She
Did
said,
that.
she said, because you can't see him anymore.
Yeah, she said you can't see him anymore. So like
Well,
people need people
Nikki,
need to come. That man's
damn,
married. That man's married, bro. Like people, Nikki Bella is never gonna get away from that when somebody's cutting a promo on her. It's crazy. Um, but no, Becky sucker punched Nikki. And then Nikki stared her down. What's your thoughts? You think we're headed for Becky, Nikki, in Paris for the IC title?
um, I don't think it'll be in Paris. Quite honestly, when's the next Saturday night's main event? Because I honestly think it'll
We
take
don't.
place at like a Saturday night's main event. Because
Uh,
I still think it'll be Bailey and Becky at Clash in Paris.
yeah, I'm not sure when the next Saturday night's main event. I know they have Heat Wave coming up for
Wait,
NXT on 24th, and then we have Clash in Paris at the end of August. I'm gonna say that it does happen in Paris, just based off what happened later on the show with Becky, when Natalia and all them got up in her face. Um,
yeah, but then Becky's a coward, so she literally said, "But not you, Natalia. I want to fight Maxine."
So Naomi comes out. It's crazy because the first time she come out, like they just completely like cut her off and like took her off the screen. Well, what did she cut?
Why are they cutting her off? Like Triple H has to stop, bro. At least let your finish a promo. You're not on a strict time limit like how you would be. You are at a time limit, but you're not on a strict time limit like how you would be on USA Network. At least let her finish her promo. Come
Mhm.
on, this I don't now. I see why she walked out. With Sasha 2 years or 3 years ago. Like,
Yeah, like the first part of it, she
yeah,
when she got cut off, she said she made a reference to Stephanie, but of course she called her Stephanie Velcro. So she was gonna be taking care of Stephanie Velcro in Paris. Um, but this time she gets let's see, she had the interview. Next week, she's going to be defending the title on Raw, which is going to be big against Io Sky. We're going to get Naomi against Io next week on Raw. Obviously, Stephanie cuts Naomi off, and tells her like whoever wins, like I'm taking the title in Paris. What's your thoughts on the whole Naomi versus Io next week? Do you think we're going to see some shenanigans? I
what
don't. Go ahead.
we're definitely seeing some shenanigans. I don't just see it being a normal one-on-one match. I know Rhea's a face, but sometimes faces we saw it with Bailey, and she's a face. Sometimes faces also come out with shenanigans and accidentally help the heel win. And I think that's what's gonna happen with Naomi and Io. Naomi's gonna pin Io. It's gonna lead to I think it will lead to like an actual Naomi and Io one on one with no shenanigans at a pay per view or PLE, whichever way you call it. But
Yeah.
those are my thoughts about Naomi, Io, and Rhea.
Yeah, I think Naomi will retain next week because I think that the big match is Naomi and Stephanie at Clash of Paris. Like they've been teasing it too long. It's too soon. Naomi's doing great heel work. I think this is her last run as her and Jimmy are planning on having a baby soon. So I think it would be dumb for them to take the title off her right now. But no, on Triple H, you just never know.
Man,
Um,
if the baby thing is true, that means the Usos gotta hurry up.
yeah, I mean, I don't know like what the specific timetable is, but I know we're looking at probably no longer than another year and a half at like top, something like that. I mean, it takes 9 months to have one, so I mean, obviously, I know I have a couple.
Yeah, I
Uh,
remember. I remember Becky and Seth having one. If you remember when they just started in PC, um, at the beginning of like the coronavirus pandemic, she had to leave for a couple for until SummerSlam 2021. So
yeah, 100%. So we get a Gunther injury update.
no,
He
no,
is
EVP. It's not Gunther, bro. It is
Gunther.
Ring General Gunta.
Right. So, Michael Cole comes out, or comes on commentary and says, they have a medical update, emergency medical update on Gunther. He's got a septal and orbital, something fracture.
It was a
Kind
good way to write him off.
it was one of those long Vince McMahon medical terms that he used to use, the orbital fracture. But it looks like he's out indefinitely, which is just basically probably. I mean, that could be true. I don't want to like say anything bad because it could be possible, but it's also probably a way to write him off TV for a while
Yeah,
because
I think that's what they're doing because there's literally nothing else for Gunta to do. I mean, he is champion for 80% of the time. He held the IC title for, I'm not saying that number because that's one of my least favorite numbers, but you know where I'm going. And he had the world title for a little, he had two different world title reigns. So,
yeah, 100%. And Dragonov's on his way back here in the next month or so. So once Gunther comes back, like I think that could be like a start. Like those two can cook.
once Ilya gets back, I feel like he's going to get a huge pop.
Oh yeah.
They could actually no, because we're on the build to Clash and Paris right now. I was gonna say they could have Gunther return, or no, have Gunta return. Um, do like I don't know, like an open challenge, but that's the problem. He doesn't have a title. Well, he can do, I don't know, like an open challenge, kind of like how Seth Rollins did at WrestleMania 38. Um,
Mm,
Ilya can come out. Um,
yeah. Yeah, makes sense. So we have another backstage segment. Um, Becky's confronted by Natalia, Maxine, and Tozawa. This is why I'm thinking that we're going to get Becky and Nikki at Clash in Paris because Natalia got up in Becky's face saying, what you did to Nikki was wrong. Won't you fight me? And so Becky's like, oh, yeah, I'm not scared of you. And she's like, yeah, we can have a match, but I want to have a match with her. So she pointed at Maxine. Um,
and Maxine,
so
She looked nervous.
Maxine was like a deer in the headlights, like, oh gosh, like what have I got myself into? She'll, she'll be called. She probably called Anthony Luke and was like, oh, what's going on now? Like, what am I going to do against Becky in the ring? Um, but yeah, so that sets up Becky versus Maxine next week. So we got some pretty decent matches next week. We're gonna have Io and Naomi for the world title. We're gonna have Sammy versus Rusev and Becky against Maxine. And then obviously we saw the update that Cody Rhodes would be on live on SmackDown Friday. So obviously EVP will be back for on SmackDown recap to talk about that. So we get to the main event of the evening, which is LA Knight against Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. Knew LA Knight was not winning here. It's
Yeah, we all knew, but
it's
like I said, like when the stream started, I did not expect Roman to get involved at all. I knew he was backstage, but I didn't.
I
Expect him
did.
back
I
home.
did. I did.
I thought that instead of them doing that, I thought they were gonna have Ethan Page or Ricky Saints come
Yeah.
out and attack Punk and Rollins, or not Rollins, attack Punk and L.A. Knight. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So this match was wild. It's back and forth. Good match as always. Them two always put on a good match. Seth's getting ready to stomp LA Knight on the steps. Here comes CM Punk. We knew that was coming. He just cashed in on him. So Punk kind of cleans house for a minute. So then here comes Brian Breaker moving really well. So he's not hurt. Spears the crap out of like that. Spear is crazy. Crazy good. That guy's a crazy good. He needs help on the mic on promos, but that Spear is amazing.
Yeah, that Spirit, like when he went and did that, like what is it projected at, like 25 miles per hour?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh man.
So they take out Punk, and then we see Roman Reigns come out with this shirt that I have on right here. It's the new shirt that he just come out. So he comes out, Superman punch.
Yep, Superman punch, and then he stared. So he Superman punches. Then he takes out Braun. Yeah, I think he Superman punched Bronson. Then he took out Braun. Then Michael Cole was hyping up the moment, saying, "For the first time since WrestleMania 41, Rollins and Reigns staring down." And then Roman goes inside of the ring. Seth escapes the ring. Then Bronson and Braun get flipped. they literally get flipped like this. And then Roman not paying attention, he gets curb stomped by Rollins, and just like that, everybody is taken out. Like all of Rollins' enemies are taken out.
Yeah, looks like what's happening right there on the TV screen back there. But eventually, they have the stare down, like planting those breadcrumbs. I don't know when the match is gonna happen. It's got to happen though. Roman, stares Seth down. Gets into the ring, and then the numbers game comes into effect. Seth quickly escapes. Don't want no part of that. And then Bronson and Braun end up attacking.
He's doing it flips.
Yeah, Roman fought him off for a little bit, but like I said, numbers game was just a little bit too much. Roman ends up getting 3 tsunamis from Bronson Reed, and Bronson Reed.
That was find a way to write Roman off though, like the three tsunamis.
That's a possibility. That is a possibility.
Or was there a report saying that Roman is working Clash?
I was told he was working Clash, but if not, that could be a way of writing them off. I've been saying I think it's Roman Bronson Reed at Clash because of the shoes thing.
Yeah, he'll get. Yeah, oh yeah, he stole his shoes again tonight.
Yeah,
So
so he's
there's that's
two
like a
pair.
thousand.
Yeah, so I was making a joke in Miami's GC. I said Roman versus Breed for the Bronson Reed for the in a Sheila Paula match. Um,
You
you
know
know,
what match? Shield,
a Sheila Paula instead of the Ula Paula, a
Shield.
Sheila. Yeah. I was just being funny, but I don't know where they're going with this. I think it's a little early. So here's my take, and then I'll go to you and see what you think. So there's three scenarios. I mean, I guess they could do Roman versus Seth and Paris for the world title. Roman's not winning the title there though. They
I
could
don't think
do
that title because he put that title down
yeah.
last year, if you remember.
Yeah, I don't see him winning another world title. Um, so we could have that, or we could have Roman, Punk, and Knight against Seth Bronson and Bryan, or we could just have Roman against Bronson Reed at Clash in Paris. One of those three gotta be what's happening. I think the second and third option is probably more than likely. I think they're going to hold off on the Roman Seth, possibly for WrestleMania, like you said earlier. Um, could be that 6-man tag that gets all of them in a match, gets LA Knight in a big money match. Um, or they could just, or they could do Bronson and Roman, and then do Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker against CM Punk and LA Knight. But LA Knight was mad at Punk for interfering in the match, and Punk just said
He was
he didn't.
pissed off with that.
Yeah, he didn't pay him no mind. He just jumped straight out of the ring, wasn't paying no attention to what LA Knight was saying, and just went to going off on Seth. What's your thoughts? Like, what do you think it's gonna? Obviously, Seth and Bronson and Braun and Paul Heyman, they stood tall. And that's how the show went off. But where do you think they're going based on the closing segments of Raw?
Um, Along with starting the build up to Clash, I feel like this is their beginning stages of the build up to the War Games. Um, where's War Games again? It's in San Diego, right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah, this is the build up to War Games in San Diego. This is like the early stages of the build up. Um, I think my prediction will be LA Knight, Roman Reigns, um, LA Knight, Roman Reigns, CM Punk. I don't know who the fourth person would be. I don't think it would be Cody. I don't because I feel like Roman and Cody are going to be having a trilogy match soon.
I don't know. I mean, Cody's gonna have to go heel for that. If Cody goes heel, I could see it, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Um,
Yes, those four. It'll be those four. I hope they do 5-on-5 though. It'll be those four versus Division.
yeah,
Oh,
that's right.
Jey Uso.
Yep. Jimmy, like Jimmy
Jey,
could.
Jey didn't come out to help Roman at all.
Yeah, it's weird. I was
Like we
expecting to see Jay.
on Monday Night Raw, and he just won last night. He just won
Yeah,
last afternoon.
yeah, 100%. So yeah, that's it for for basically that's showing off the air. The vision stood tall. So overall, great show. I give it like 7 or 8 out of 10. Um, but yeah, so before we get out of here, I'm gonna go to you. You can kind of let everybody know, what you got going on, where they can find you on social, stuff like that.
Before we go to me, I wanted to see if like anybody commented anything since the last Miami comment.
No, I haven't had any more comments. That's the last one.
Okay. Yeah, so you can pretty much find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, um, YouTube. I am a musician. I'm a rapper slash singer. I even shared some of my music that I just made called Summer Vibes. I shared it with EVP. I don't. What's your reaction on the song? You like it?
Yeah, it was good stuff. Good stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can find me on Main Event Mondays, Main Event Fridays. Um, Whenever, and you can also find me whenever we do the Two Heads One Table podcast. On Fridays. Um, yeah, that's pretty much everywhere you can find me. You can also find me on the front row. I'm new on the front row. Um, like you can find me on Discord. You can find me on so many different platforms. It's easy to reach me if you need me. Um, and yeah, um, those should be all of my plugs. Hope
All
I'm
right.
not if I'm forgetting. Oh, I'm also so if anybody is interested, CJ and I we're doing a Twitter we're running a Twitter league. We want to and right now it's free agency. So if you want to declare yourself as a free agent, in the Utopia League on Twitter, all you gotta do is just DM Utopia or DM like the journalist on there, and they'll get you in. Because right now we're looking for more players. We care about that league and we take it seriously. Yes, we understand it's Twitter, but we want to make it a big deal.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, that should be all of my plugs for tonight. Thank you everybody for watching the EVP show with the special guest, um, myself. Thank you EVP for letting me on the show. Um, in the future, um, I'm thinking about like along with this, like doing a football show with EVP, or in a basketball show once NBA starts. Um, and yeah, that should pretty much be all of my plugs. Um, yeah. Oh yeah, EVP. I never got to tell you this. Like I told you this, but not literally face to face, like how we are right now. Happy 1 year anniversary of us winning the IWC Promo Battle Tag Team Championships. We
Yes,
won
sir.
second 2024.
Yes, sir. All right, so I got a long list of plugs, so I better get them out of here. I better get started. Obviously, thank you to Mommy Mimi, Final Boss Baby. Just going through the comments, Miami, they're great as always. I think that's everyone in the comments. Thank you guys. We had around 50 to 60 something views I can see up there. So that's really good.
That's pretty good.
Um,
During like it's already 12 Eastern. That's pretty good.
yeah, I mean JD's doing his show right now. Denise, there's a lot of people that's live right now, doing their Raw Recap. So basically, obviously I'm the EVP. You can find me on the the front row as well. All these shows are streamed to the front row. So you can go back and watch them. You just have to, join. Obviously, we have our links up and in our X's. You can join up and watch some of the streams, get some content, some lowdown. You can find me on Twitter, obviously at EVPCJP. If you're not following me, then you need to do it. Charlotte and Cody, hint hint. Instagram at EVPCJP, and then on YouTube at the EVP Show. Also, you can find me on Main Event Mondays. I'm host slash co-host. 55 episodes in. Also, when Two Heads SmackDown Island comes on, I'm obviously on there. Main Event Fridays as well. Just some stuff that I have coming up. I just put out a pre-recorded video today. on my YouTube channel of the documentary from WWE Unreal. So you guys give that a like. Share the YouTube page. Share that stream for me. I don't have many views right now, but it's pretty good. I covered all 5 episodes. So it's my first pre-recorded video that I put on YouTube. Um, Next, I will be doing tomorrow night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. I will be back again for the NXT recap. This is going to be a weekly thing, as long as I can hold up for it. And then I'll get all nothing Wednesday. Friday, I'll be back again for the SmackDown recap, and then on Sunday, starting this Sunday, I will also be doing the LFG recap when LFG goes off. And that's just going to be something that I love LFG, so it'd be nice to cover that as well.
Hey, EVP, I need something from you. 2 things. Yeah, I know this is your show. First thing I'm going to ask you is, may I join you on Friday?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Second one, I know it's your show. Pretty sure you already know what I'm going to ask you. I know it's your show. I just need something from you. Acknowledge me.
Yeah. Well, that's not going to happen.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll remember that.
You're my dog, but I'm not acknowledging anybody. But yeah, you're welcome. Anybody, just hit me up in DMs. Going to be weekly recaps. At some point before football season starts, me and Edward are going to just do a strictly fantasy football breakdown of like who you should take in each position: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, kicker, defense. If you have those in your leagues. But yeah. I will be back tomorrow night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern for the NXT recap, to cover everything that goes on NXT tomorrow. And like I said, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and check out my newest pre-recorded video of the documentary WWE Unreal Season 1 is basically what I'm calling, because they are coming back for Season 2. With that being said, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'm going to leave you guys with the outro, and then we are going to come back and do our final goodbyes, and then we will be out. So here we go.
CJP's your guy, let's start the show. Tag teams breaking, factions shaking. He's got the scoop on moves they're faking. Belt on the line, dreams on display. The EVP show keeps the drama in play. It's good. Let's go where the heroes rise and the legends grow. CJP brings the shots. The EVP show is out of control.
All right, and there you have it, guys. We had to send you out with the let's go, and also a thank you to everybody. I will see you guys tomorrow night and at 10:30 p.m. Eastern for the NXT recap. And thank you again to the OTE Edward AK for joining me tonight for my first ever Raw recap, and he will be back to join me Friday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern as well, Friday, for the SmackDown recap. With that being said, we are out, so I'm going to pass it over to Ed.
Yes, sir. We're out. Thank you, EVP. Thank you for the honors of closing your show this week. Ladies and gentlemen, there's one thing left to do. Acknowledge us. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Facebook. Good night, Twitter. Good night, YouTube. Good night, Front Row. We are out, and I'll see you tomorrow night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. This is the EVP on the EVP show.